It's my website.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Just make a new one.
No, I am crazy. You can't just make a new one.
Okay,
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Another week, another video. And this week I just scratched myself. Boss, look at this. Oh, I scratched myself with my own nail, even though my nails are like non-existent. It hurts.
lick it.
Ha. It still hurts.
Just lick it a bit more.
Bloody hell. I had a seventh one, but I forgot what it was.
Then say.
But like 5 minutes ago, and I can't believe I forgot.
You're so forgetful.
Oh my god, this is so bad. Wait, because I can't remember the seventh fact and I forgot to write it down, we're gonna go with top six? No, just 6 more facts that you probably didn't know about me and probably don't want to know either, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Fact number 1. When I was around 4 or 5 years old, my mom actually cut my hair, and she cut my hair really short, and the haircut that I got was a really short Diana cut, so I couldn't like flip my hair. You remember what Princess Diana's haircut was like. You can imagine what cut that was. And I hated that haircut more than I've hated any haircut that I've had my entire life. I couldn't wait for my hair to grow. I would go to the parlor and I would ask people to make my hair longer, like if they had a solution or just anything like a potion or anything that would make my hair long again. I hated that haircut. I'm gonna try and find some pictures if I can of that haircut that I had. I hated it so much, and as soon as my hair grew long enough, I went to the parlor and I got bangs and I got a bob because I liked bobs. The Dora the Explorer haircut bob, that was my favorite go-to hairstyle back in the day. Number 2, when I was in school, I feel like this is more 6th grade onwards, because before 5th grade I have no idea, I have no clue of ever existing. I have seriously no memory and I can remember only glimpses. So after 6th grade, so this is what I remember, I was extremely competitive in school, like when it came to grades. And I remember once when I was in the 7th grade or something, we would get our tests graded from 50. So I actually scored 35 in my Urdu exam and I just lost it. I started crying so bad, and I don't know, looking back, I feel like that's so stupid, because I mean, this was not even a final exam, it was just like a midterm. It's not the only time I've cried in school. I once got an 8 out of 10 on my computer test, and I started crying because I didn't get a 10 on 10 and my friend did. So you can imagine what a weird kid I was back in school. Embarrassing to admit it, isn't it? Number 3, I get hurt so easily. Like once in a day I would do something that would leave a scratch on my hand, my leg, just anything, even my face. Like the reason why I don't keep longer nails is because I know they're gonna be lethal. I'm gonna end up scratching myself, as I just did right now over here. I scratch myself a lot. I get hurt a lot. I get hurt very easily. This is like, yeah, I get paper cuts like if I'm studying for an exam, I will have paper cuts all over my hands, and my hand would be like in bandages. I don't know why. I'm just really clumsy, I think, and that's why I get hurt so much. Like I would be walking and I would just bump into a door. I don't know. My orientation is really bad. So I'm pretty dangerous. Drop everything as well. Thanks Bubs for pointing that out. I drop everything as well. Number 4. So I don't really get mad that much. I feel like I'm pretty positive. But when I get mad and when I'm angry, people need to fear me, because I am angry. I'm like all out angry, and that is why my mom calls me a Pathan at home, because she's like, you get really angry and you're like a very strong butt-headed person, and that once that person gets angry, like fear your lives, because I can be very angry.
Once I remember.
Number 5. So when I was younger, I hated chocolate chip. I don't know why, but I hated everyone who liked chocolate chip. I would make friends based on people who didn't like chocolate chips. So if somebody told me just like randomly that they like chocolate chips, I wouldn't talk to that person, because I hated chocolate chips so much, and it's really weird to think that now because I really like chocolate chip now. I feel like chocolate chip is great, and I go for ice cream and cakes and just anything sweet, and I would really like a crunchy chocolate chip inside it. But growing up, I hated it. Number 6. This is kind of a story. So yeah, get excited. Back in 2012, we went to Turkey with our family, and it was great. The trip was amazing, and just as the trip was ending, we were gonna take this ferry which would take us to the Bosphorus, and then you know the river that runs in between.
I remember what
the river that runs in between the Asian and the European side. So as we were getting onto the bus, instead of putting my leg on the bus, I actually put my leg, like, it went straight to the ground. And I kind of feel that this was punishment, because when I was in school, like just before I finished college, and I remember making fun of someone's nails because they were like really unkempt and just not cut properly, and they were like zigzag, and they were really dirty anyway. They were really dirty, and I remember saying to my friend, and I was just like being really mean about it, and I was just making fun of their nails. And I feel like that nail thing, the thing that happened to me in Turkey was like payback. I don't know, I'm like a strong believer of karma. So I actually lost the toenail. Like the whole toenail just came off, started bleeding, and I just couldn't walk, and my dad had to carry me on his shoulder for us to get on the ferry and then basically get back to the hotel. So yeah, that was not an exciting thing. It was bad because my nail took about 6 months to grow back out again, and I had to wear these bandages on my foot so that the nail bed wouldn't show, and it was just gross. I learned a very important lesson from all of this, from this horrible nail experience, is never to make fun of anyone, especially based on physical appearance. I don't want to have karma chasing me again. I need a 7th fact. I just remembered the 7th fact. Yay! Because when I was younger, I would love makeup. Like obviously it's pretty obvious that I would like makeup when I was younger, but like my mom obviously didn't allow me to wear makeup till I was 18 years old, so I wasn't allowed to wear makeup. But before that, like when I was in school, I was in 4th grade or 5th grade, I would just take breaks while studying. I would just make an excuse that I need to take a break, and I would go in the washroom, and I would go in her washroom because that's where her makeup was, and I would take the longest break ever. I would just put on everything that I could see makeup wise. I would just put it on my face, eyeliner, eye pencil, mascara, lipstick. I sometimes even put lipstick as blush on my face, and it was horrible because in my mind, I thought that my mom would never know that I was doing this in my break time, but little did I know that she was older than me, and she'd been through my age, so obviously she knew more than I did, and I would take breaks for like 15 minutes. And why would anybody shit or pee for 15 minutes in the bathroom? I don't know why I thought that, but I thought in my mind that I'd fooled her, and when I'd come out, I would have like really like spots of makeup still lingering on, like especially eyeliner that I would put underneath the lash line, and she'd be like, "Did you put makeup on your face?" And she's like, I'm like, no, why would I put makeup on my face? I don't even know it. So embarrassing looking back. I'm like, oh my god, I was so stupid.
Ever catch you?
Bubs, she could see the makeup on my face.
Did she ever scold you?
No, she never scolded me. Anyway, so those were my 7 facts that I shared with you that you probably didn't know about me, and now you know them, so great! And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Number 1, me likes. I love the pants. Like, look at the pants, they're so cool. I also like the, guys, I just stuck it in, and I feel like it looks